Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Careeta Robert Green, and I'm the founder of Born with a Gift. And I coach ambitious driven professionals to unwrap their goals, their gifts, and their personal power. Yes. Hello, if you're joining me live or if you are watching me on the replay. If you're joining me live, drop a hello in the chat. Let me know where you are watching from. I know sometimes it's easy to just watch and not get involved. However, it's always good to just get involved, engage, say hello, hi. If you've not spoken to me before, introduce yourself, say, hey, I would love to meet you. We've probably spoken in the DMs though. And if you do know me, then say hello too. This is Conversations with Careeta. And I love doing this because it's all about having a dance in conversation. It's not scripted, it's me coming live on the platforms to really share what's showing up in the world. And right now, there's been so much conversation with people I've been speaking to through coaching or just in general networking. There is a general sense that people are feeling pretty unstable. And I know a lot of you deal with things in different ways. And, we've got work situations happening with potential redundancies. Businesses may not all be going that great. There's a lot of different factors that are taking place right now. And it just makes people feel a bit edgy, feel a bit uncertain, unstable, and unsure. So I've come on today to provide a few tips that can help to keep the mindset focused and also to just acknowledge that this is a time we are in. Because right now, the only thing that's certain is uncertainty. And we can guarantee that things are pretty uncertain. The only thing that's consistent in all of that is how we manage ourselves. So the only thing certain is uncertainty. And the only thing that we really can control right now is how we manage ourselves. Now, I'm so grateful to be here right now sharing this on this live because it's easy to hide. It's easy to just write posts and hide behind a post. But earlier on this week, I shared a post about redundancy. And I got so many messages from people who had been going through similar situations with redundancy where you've either been made redundant in the past or your role's currently at risk. Redundancy, the way that you think and feel about it can really make or break you. So what I shared in the post earlier this week is that I've been made redundant a few times. And when I first got made redundant, oh my gosh, it was the end of the world. I thought that I was redundant. I made it mean that I am not good enough, that there is something wrong with me. I work hard, I do my job. Why am I being made redundant? I had to step back and realize that I was not being made redundant. No, Careeta was still here. I still had all my skills and all my experience. However, the role was being made redundant. And separating the role and my identity was two things that needed to happen. Because when you are someone that maybe works with big brands, you've got a good job, very prestigious, it looks good from the outside, everybody's telling you how lucky you should be to have your job. When that job gets removed, sometimes your identity has become so attached to that job that you feel redundant too. I don't know if anyone can relate to this, where you've been in a situation where you may have had a high status job or a really prestigious job or been successful in what you do. And from the outside, it looks like everything's going well. So for you to have to either walk away from that job, which is what a lot of people are doing now as well, or have that job removed, you then have to recreate who you are in the world. You have to create a new identity. Who are you without this job or this business or this role? Who are you when you are not attached to the identity? And that is the beginning of a whole new journey of soul searching. Who am I? Who do I want to create myself to be in the world? Now, at this stage, you may feel like you're on this kind of rocky kind of wave trying to find out who you are. What's my purpose? What shall I do? And I usually say that if you're really not sure, but you could feel that there's something more that you need to do in the world, then you have a gift that is still wrapped up. You have an idea that you want to be doing more in the world, you're just not quite sure exactly what it is. Now, I say that your gift's still wrapped up because I believe that we are all born with a gift. And we all have special skills, talents, and gifts that we can use to be successful. But a lot of the times, our gifts are wrapped up and we haven't unwrapped them yet. So many people come to the earth and they leave the earth with their gifts still wrapped up. And only a few people invest time to unwrap every layer of that gift and start to find out what it is. So, if you are someone who is currently facing redundancy, or your business is at a crossroads, or your life is at a crossroads, indeed, at this moment in time, then maybe this is a great time for you to start to explore what it is that your gift is. Who are you? What are your key strengths? What are your key skills? What are the things that you do that are unique to you? Now, I talk about people thinking that their gifts need to be Jay-Z or Beyonce big, some big, shiny, obvious gift. However, you may be just good at numbers. You may be good at listening to people. You may be good at dancing, at singing. There's other things that your gift may be that might not be as obvious. But until you take the time out to unwrap your gift, you will never understand or know what that could be. Now, I'm going to flip back to talking about the times that we're in and being resilient and focused and ensuring that you are taking time out for yourself. So, if you look at your diary for the week ahead from now until next week, how much time in that diary is dedicated to you versus how much time in that diary is dedicated to doing things for other people? You end up saying yes, 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 yes to all these different things, and there's nothing that's dedicated to you. So, I'm going to share 3 tips that can help you to gain focus and clarity so that you can ride the wave in resilient times. So, the first step is to be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Are you happy right now? How are you feeling? What's really going on for you? If you take the time out to be honest with yourself, you can then start to make the right choices about what you need to do with your life. So take a moment, be honest with yourself. How are you feeling? So much times we're with family and friends and work colleagues and business partners, we don't have the time to really stop and say, how are you? Are you okay? Are you okay? Until you stop and notice, am I okay? You will still be running on that treadmill. So slow down and check in with yourself. The second tip is to stay focused. If you know that you've got some big goals and dreams, it's easy to watch Netflix. It's easy to do things that are fun and exciting and navigate you away from your goals. But until you stay focused on what it is that you really need to do to help you move your life forward, you'll always get distracted. And finally, the third tip is to get help. If you know you've reached a certain level and you've been doing the same thing over and over again and not seeing the results, then maybe it's time for you to seek help and support from other people that have either been there and done that, a mentor, a counselor to help you deal with previous trauma in the past that may be blocking you from moving forwards, or a coach that empowers you to build your confidence, motivation, and create a solid plan to move forwards. Now, I promise that I'll keep this very short and sweet. Those are some free tips to empower you as we ride the wave of turbulent times. If any of this resonated you, then drop me a DM and let me know what did. And I'm just saying, I believe that when you really focus on yourself, when you believe that you can get through some of the toughest times in your life, you get the right support, you slow down and focus on yourself, then you could ride the waves of turbulence too. The only thing that's certain is uncertainty. Take time out to focus on how you can ride those waves. My name's Careeta Robert Green, and I believe that we are all born with a gift, and we all have special skills, talents, and gifts that we can use to be successful. And now's the time to unwrap your gifts. Have a good day and see you soon. Bye.